Welcome to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social, where we help you stay ahead of social media trends, share the latest news, and highlight the strategies that are working to help you grow your business. Now let's join our hosts, Tristan and Jeff, in 3, 2, 1.
Social Genius Podcast. We're back. And today we're going to share with you some content strategies that will set you up from 1 month to the next month, to the next month, to the next month, to where you never have a shortage of incredible content ideas. Tristan, where do you want to start, buddy?
Forever. Is that too long, Jeff? Forever?
Honestly, that's a great point. Like everything that we talk about is like lacking. People struggle with creativity. They struggle with consistency. And it's always like, you got to find ideas that are sustainable, that literally could go on forever. And, you know, if one thing that you and I have become really good at, and I've used this term about us recently, is that we found superpowers, man. Our superpowers are, we are never at a shortage of content because it's just the way we think. And I think that's why we've grown this business and people have gravitated towards us, because they just jump in the wagon and go along for the ride.
Good point, man. Very good point. I think what we're here to do is teach you how to be a social genius as well. All right. That's it. So today, glad you're here. We're going to be talking about two things. Number one is Jeff's latest viral video. Why? Well, besides he's super cool. Number two is his method works and you can duplicate it because it's so damn easy. If you're following us, you can definitely see it in the chat, or we're going to put it up in the YouTube channel. Just go to Jeff Pfitzer's TikTok. That's where it blew up. And I think his handle, you recently changed it, Jeff, to...
You can find it either way. It's Lake of the Ozarks Lifestyle, but you can
Perfect.
find me by my name. Either one, you'll find me.
Lake of the Ozarks Lifestyle. Now first tell me what the video is about, and then tell me how to reverse engineer it so I can duplicate it.
So if you go to my profile, it is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos down. That's as of this recording. So by the time you might be listening to this, it could be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because I post pretty much daily. It's called A Boater's Off Season. It's actually one of the most unaesthetically pleasing looking videos I have on here. Why, you ask? Because I just ripped off and reposted someone else's content.
All right, so explain that to me.
So what I typically will do I don't consume much social. We talk about that a lot. I spend most of my time in outreach, creation, notifications, right? But every once in a while, I'll peruse social. Not often. Also, what happens as a result of kind of really leaning into this strategy and this niche is people send me videos all the time. Ironically, it's some of our buddies in California are sending me boating stuff. And I don't remember if this video ended up on my feed or if somebody sent it to me. I'm actually pretty sure somebody sent it to me. And every once in a while, I'll see a video and I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. And I can relate it back to my audience. So in this particular case, it is a video. I think it was actually originated by somebody in Canada. I'm in Missouri. And I think it was during COVID. And so the video is two guys sitting in a little mini like jet ski type boat, and they're sitting in a portable blow up pool in a garage.
Best.
The wife comes out and says, it's 4:30 a.m. We got to go home. And they just look at her. The dude like drops an empty beer bottle in the pool and then like gasses the boat and drives it right out of the pool. There's really nothing to it. It is very simple. As soon as I saw it, I immediately thought to myself, this is every Lake of the Ozarks boat owner in the dead of winter longing for boat season. And that's what I wrote as my caption. So I made it personal, right?
Yeah, but you also say on the caption, or I don't even know you put it, but it says me, and then it says, quote, babe, my buddy's going to come over for a beer, in the end of quote. And then it says us at 4:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And then it shows you, well,
Yeah.
it shows two people on a small yellow boat
Yeah.
in an inflatable pool
Yeah.
jumping out of it with their boat, which is hilarious.
You know, you never know what's going to hit. And if you'd asked me, I would have said just because the way this is set up, it's horizontal, it's not even vertical. Like it doesn't even fit the TikTok mold. But this is a great example of your stop overthinking. And so it's like I just find stuff that I think is relatable because frankly, Tristan, I'm trying to post 365 days a year. It's not always easy to come up with content. And so it's like if I find something that I can grab, I do it in a heartbeat. And this, as you know, like it seems like every quarter, maybe once a month, every other month, I just get that reminder that like, dude, like what are you doing? And this was one because I sent it to you last week and it was at like 800,000 last week. I posted on January 16th at the time of this recording, we're the 22nd. So we're, a week later and it's at 1.4 million views,
Mhm.
41,000 likes, 471 comments. I've stopped even going through the comments. I can't keep up. 11,000 shares, 3,000 saves, and I picked up almost 1,000 followers from this one
That's key right
stupid
there, dude.
video. Yes.
So
Yes.
if we start doing some math, I'd like to just use two. Let's use this one that we're doing right now.
Mhm.
How many shares does this one have?
11,000 plus.
11. So do you have an exact number? I'm gonna get
No,
math.
it rounds.
Okay. Do we know 11,000? Let's just go 11,000. Okay.
Mhm.
How many followers do you have?
Uh,
I'm sorry. How many followers did you get from
oh,
this one?
965.
965. Hold on, let me write this down. Let's have some fun, buddy.
Mhm.
965, and we're going for 11,000 shares, right?
Yep.
All right.
It's probably a small number.
You have another video, and I want you to give me the math on that one. That you also shared. Remember the boating accident one?
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
That one's pinned to the top. It's got
Yep.
1.8 million views.
Yep.
Can you tell me how many shares that one got?
5,581.
5,581.
So half, less than
Half.
half.
Okay, perfect. And, I mean, you're on a roll for this one to surpass the views, by the way, because it just
Probably.
happened.
Probably.
And
Yeah.
how many followers did you get from that one? The
Ooh. Ooh, I didn't even look at this. 1,884. Wow.
1,884. So almost 2,000.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize that.
Interesting,
Yeah.
man. Look at this. Like,
Yeah.
so you have less shares on this one, but you got more followers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I think that might be because it's really relevant content to Lake of the Ozarks, right? It's
Yeah.
news.
Yeah.
The other one, 11,000 shares, and so far, 965 followers to 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
This is interesting, man. This is so that's what I like to look at. It's like, what type of content
Yeah.
is getting us more shares, not only more views, but also what type of content is getting more followers?
You know, it's it's interesting because then let's look at one other one, which is about
Which one?
you scroll down about 6 lines. So, roughly,
Okay, I
18
got you.
videos. It's Let's Buy Captain Ron's. And
Let's
it's
buy. What's the image?
a big old my face over the cover of a green screen.
Oh, got you. 65,000,
Yeah.
65,000 views.
Now, I actually find this video arguably, well, I guess it's as I would arguably say it's more valuable than even the 1.8 million. And here's why. Now,
Okay.
this video, 65,000 views, almost 1,300 shares, so 1,294, and 104 followers. So
Wait, 104 followers. How many shares?
1,294.
1,294 shares.
And here's why. Because
Okay.
at the end of the day, I'm the boat crash and
Mhm.
the idiots in the blow up boat, that's
Mhm.
entertainment. I mean, well, the idiots in the boat are purely entertainment. Like
Yeah, it's
that appeals
hilarious.
that appeals to any
Everyone.
redneck anywhere, right?
Everyone.
Right. And they all think it's funny, and that's why it's performed well. The boat crash has some geographical relevance, but also interesting to everyone. Plus, the driver of that boat was from Long Beach, California. So,
I remember that.
yeah, so there's some relevant. Oh, by the way, did I mention, completely off the cusp, I met a guy at an event in Phoenix who knows that guy who said, "Would you be interested in interviewing him if he's up for it?"
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, who mentioned that?
I said, "Fuck yeah." I didn't say it, but I was like, "I'd almost pay for that interview." Um,
Dude, yes.
anyways, that's the side story. But so back to the Let's Buy Captain Ron. So the analytics aren't as aggressive. 65,000 views, 1294 shares, 104 followers. But that content is very specific to the geographic area. So,
Okay.
you know, blow up boat, completely random. The boat crash, definitely geographic, but interesting to everybody. And this one, not interesting to anybody unless you're basically in the Ozarks. Like, who cares
True.
that Captain Ron's is for sale? If you go to the lake, you know exactly what I mean. You, Tristan, have no idea what that
I
means.
have no idea,
Neither do
buddy.
you. Right. So when I see those analytics, I get more excited about 1,300 people sharing my content because I know that it's 1,300 Lake of the Ozarkers sharing
Got
my
it.
content to their Lake of the Ozarker friends. So who knows what my actual reach was there. But like that's the audience that I want to tap into, that I want to own that mind share, because that's the one who I can sell to.
I agree with you on that. So here, if we're learning from yours specifically, your channel,
Mhm.
you gave me some numbers here. This last one that you have that's specific to people who are interested in the Ozarks, probably live there or frequent it, right?
Yep.
That's 1294 shares, about 1300
1294.
shares.
Correct. Exactly. Yep.
And you had 104 followers from that one. That's an
Yep.
8% conversion just from based on shares, right?
Okay.
And then if we go up to the one that had 5,581 shares, which one was that one?
That was the boat crash.
The boat crash, also very relevant,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
news.
Yep.
You had 1,800 followers from that one. It's a 33% conversion. Massive,
That's
dude.
stupid.
Massive.
Yeah.
Crazy. All
Yeah.
right. And then you go up to the newest, latest one. It's too early to tell,
Yeah.
but I think it'll stay around this. 965 followers. I put 11,000 shares because I don't have the exact number. So
It's
you're
11. I do. It does say on the home screen 11.6. So it's probably 11,600.
all right. So that's closer to the 9% then. 9%. So that goes along well with the first one, 9% conversion.
Yeah.
So just with that, it shows that the middle one that gave you the almost 2,000 followers is more like an anomaly. So
Yeah.
we would expect from
10%.
yeah, 10%. The viral videos that you have that get pretty good views and shares, we're looking at 10%. And that's important because now we're able to duplicate things a lot better. It's like, oh, I got it. If I get a great viral video, we're going to look at about a 10% conversion for followers.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you another example here because as we're looking at this. So then if you scroll up just the one row up from Let's Buy Captain Ron's to its titled YouTube channel. So I've been sharing shorts from our longs. Once a week, I share a short that says, if you want to watch the full video, go subscribe to my YouTube, which has been working because now I'm at over 800 subs. It just continued. It's growing slowly.
Boom.
But that video, I didn't notice this until now, got
Which
almost
one is it?
11. It's just titled
Oh,
YouTube
oh,
channel.
got it, got it, got it, got it. I see it. I see it.
And
Okay.
all it is like me talking about a series that we're going to do, which is the carpool karaoke, which now I've been sharing. Now that's interesting. It got 5 shares out of 11,000 views and 23 new followers
23 new
on
followers.
5 shares.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Interesting, huh?
that throws it off. All right. So, I'd have your team start looking at the viral videos and see shares and views and start calculating.
Actually, you know what we're doing right now? And I have to do this. I'm going back to August when I started this, and I'm
Mhm.
going through every single video and putting in
Mhm.
all of the analytics into a spreadsheet. I can't have my team do it because they can't log in. Yeah, because we're going to build out all the data because you know what we're doing? We're
Mm.
going to be creating marketing pieces to be sharing with potential companies that want to hire us to say this is our
Yes.
yeah.
Dude. Yeah, I did some quick math on my little index card here for you. But
Thank you.
dude, I like this. This is cool. So
Yeah.
now we can start expecting what's what we're putting out there as far as followers and other things. But we can also, this is the cool part, we can also start seeing trends like, wait, what are we doing that we're getting more shares
Yeah.
or more followers? Did we do something different or less? Right.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
love that. All right.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the content creation piece, because this, what you did two times, well, actually, all three of those videos that we went over, you shared information that wasn't yours. You just grabbed it.
Yeah. You mean as
So
far as yeah, so you're talking about the content calls?
yeah, well, the content calls, but more importantly, I think we're overlooking the simplicity of grabbing other people's information,
Oh,
right?
sure. Yeah, 100%. You know, it that leads to a couple of things, and I want to lead back to the content call because what I'll tease real quick is what we started doing with Social Genius, which is our coaching platform. Is we do 3 calls a month. I guess we call it 2.5 calls, 260s, 130. And one of the 60s now is just content strategy. In other words, what we're doing is we're prepping for the following month. So we just got done with a call this past week where we were prepping for February. Tristan
Mhm.
wasn't on the call. I texted him afterwards and I was like, dude, that was more valuable than I thought. We probably came up with like 60 ideas in, I mean, it was insane. Like once we started flowing, it just flew and it was really powerful. And I told Tristan I was watching because it's a Zoom call and I was watching people as I'm talking and they're just feverishly writing notes, which was really cool and fun. And we'll see how people follow up with it. But part of that is conceiving and discussing ideas that we feel is working. And so I just mentioned like that's simple stuff. Like stop being the consumer that watches the video. Like so me, I could have gotten that video, somebody sent it to me, I laughed at it and I kept scrolling, right?
Yes.
Start putting on your hat that says, is this relatable to my audience? And can I put a text overlay spin on it to make it personal to me? And that's all I did. This isn't rocket science, dude. I got another one that's coming out. Have you ever heard of this is I'm digressing here, but have you ever heard of the sea breacher?
No.
It's
Sea
yeah,
breacher?
it's like a
No.
jet ski that's enclosed that can go underwater, almost like a submarine.
Whoa,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, they cost between 80 and 100 grand. I went down this rabbit hole, but somebody again, I found the video and and it's like somebody driving at a sea breacher offshore. They're clearly in an ocean, but I'm gonna tie it back to the Ozarks and say who's gonna be the
How
first one to own one here,
Wait, I have
right?
a question.
Yeah.
How deep can you go in the water with this?
According to this video that I'll be sharing, they're a foot or two underwater. Not deep.
That's still pretty cool though. You can actually go in and
Yeah.
then look. Oh, that's
It's
cool,
cool.
dude.
He's either the person driving's either wearing the meta glasses or he's wearing
GoPro.
a GoPro like on his hat because you can see him turning his head, like showing you. Yeah, it's really neat.
Oh.
Anyways, uh, the bigger point is I see this stuff. It's not the Lake of the Ozarks, but I figure out how to tie it back to the Lake of the Ozarks. And honestly, I expect this one to perform, so it probably won't. Because now I have
Whoa,
this
come on.
taste in my mouth, right?
You I'm pretty sure you expected that one to perform with the guys jumping out of the
Not that
boat.
big.
Come
I had
on.
no idea it'd go like that.
At least you got like, I think you
10,
would have simply said,
20,000.
yeah, that's what I would have
Yeah.
said. I'd be like,
Yeah.
this is funny. People are going to react to
I
it.
mean, for me, a good performing video is 10 plus thousand. My average
Okay,
video,
okay,
w-
Mr. Jeff. Sorry,
okay, sorry,
Mr. Jeff.
but I've got an engaged audience. My average videos, if you look at my page, are a couple thousand. So it's not crazy viral, but it's solid, right? It's actually I need to run the numbers on that to find out what my average
Mhm.
viewership is. I can't wait to do that.
Yes,
Um,
man.
but let's move forward. So that's number one. That's super simple. The other thing that I'm encouraging people to do right now, Tristan, is like lean away from talking head and lean towards text overlay over a random video. So the example that I did recently was, what is your magic rate? Because I just wanted to try to spark some engagement to say,
Mhm.
and it started with, what's your magic rate? The next text was to refinance, to buy a home,
To
to
sell, yeah.
downsize, to whatever, right? And I videoed myself just working on my computer while I was flying on an airplane. Like, it had no relevance to the video whatsoever.
Mhm.
The other idea that I used, because I had a client ask me, he said, I'm home. My kids are off school today. They're building out some gymnastic stuff. I was thinking I need to do some video of them, but what should I post about? And I said, well, what was your next video going to be? And he said, I was going to talk about, how to get rid of PMI. And I've, first made the vomiting noise to my mouth because that's boring
Mhm.
content. But then I said, here's the idea, dude. I'm like, take the video of your girls doing gymnastics and then do some, whatever you were going to say, just put it as text overlay over about a 25-second video, and then pop at, each segment of text is 3 to 5 seconds. Pop, 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 pop. Actually, I did that today. If you've seen my video today, it's about, did you know it's the Rubik's Cube's 50th birthday? And I had an old video, and this was on my Instagram. I had a video from a year and a half ago that's been sitting in my drafts for a year and a half, of a neighbor's kid doing a Rubik's Cube in 31 seconds. And literally, dude, I get the Hustle. I subscribe to the Hustle marketing blog.
Yep,
And
yep.
today it says the Rubik's Cube is 50 years old. And I was like, finally I have a reason to post that video. And so I did. And, but anyways, it gives you the idea of the text overlay, because I just educated some interesting facts about the Rubik's Cube. I think as you're thinking about content, like, you've got to think a little bit more progressively. And I guess maybe this is a pitch for us, but that's kind of that's what we do, man. We're constantly testing these things. You and I, we're always testing things out. Like, I'm intentionally going to have talking head. I'm going to have random videos with text overlay. I'm going to do remixing. I'm going to do green screen. I'm going to do nothing with me in it. It's constant testing, but it's consistent. And it's because of that consistency that you and I can talk about these videos that we're talking about today. Because if I'm not consistent, I don't get those performances. And by the way, for those of you listening, they're thinking, wow, this is really cool. You know what we're not talking about? The
What?
50 videos in between all those 3 viral ones that didn't
Mhm.
perform for shit. Like, that's the way it goes.
Yeah,
But I just
dude.
keep my head down and stay focused on the process, because things pop.
Yep.
You know what I
I
mean?
had I had 2 that had, like, 63 and, like, 84 views last week, and I'm like, I produced so much content, I'm just like, "Next, next, next,
Uh-huh.
next."
Dude, that,
That's gonna happen.
to a lot of people, that's paralyzing because it's demoralizing. Like, why did this perform so poorly?
Yeah,
And then
and you know
you get
what?
in your own head.
Sometimes it's the algorithm too,
Yeah.
because you just happen to throw it up at the wrong time, or it just a
Yeah.
lot of people were watching other stuff, and you gotta keep going, man. Good point. Good
I'll
point,
be
dude.
honest, my video today that I posted, I'm disappointed. It's only got 576 views. Um, and it's
Which
funny.
which one is it? Which one's the one today?
On TikTok, name a better town name.
Let me check because
It
I'll tell you something we're testing out, dude, which is different. Give me a second. Let me look you up first. Jeff Pfitzer.
I'm kind of shifting back and forth from Instagram to TikTok,
Okay.
but
Let me go. Name a better town fighter. Okay. Um, what we've been
you'll,
testing
by
out.
the way, you watch it when we get off, you'll laugh because it's your humor is as immature as mine. So you'll laugh when you
Okay, I'm already excited to watch it. Uh, what I've noticed with Trenton, we've been testing out throwing the exact same content out, exact same, no change at different times, even within 2 to 5 minutes, and you watch like 3 different the same ones, and one of them
so
blows up.
when I see it on your feed, it's like same, same, same.
Yeah. And one of them starts blowing up, we delete the other 2 instantly. It's crazy, dude. I
Interesting.
couldn't even believe it. I was like, "No way." Where we learned it was when we are paying, Facebook and Instagram, when we throw up the exact same ad, paid ad, we literally let the algorithm feed it to different audiences for a full day. Sometimes we don't even need a full day. Within about 3 to 4 hours, one of them is already massively outperforming the other 2 exact same ad. And I'm
Huh.
like, what is going on?
I mean, that's A/B testing, ABC testing.
Yeah, it's kind of like AAA testing though, because it's the
Because
same damn ad, just
yeah,
different
because
audiences.
are you changing thumbnail? You changing anything?
Zero,
Wow.
zero. So anyway,
It
I'll
just
let you
goes
know
to
how
show you that it's pure luck with the algorithm
it is
sometimes.
sometimes, right? It's like, and then after a while though, I don't know that it's luck after a while. After a while, it's like people have to continue, like your 1.4 million video. It's got to be funny. Like it's got to have the elements,
Yeah.
right? Now
Yeah.
when it's gained momentum,
Yeah.
it's going to keep going because it's freaking funny.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's
All
the
right,
kind
now
of stuff I actually noticed one of my loan officers today, we had like a big ice storm overnight. So like the roads are just straight ice this morning. And there was a fire truck in a subdivision that lost control and just slid down a hill right into somebody's car and then ended up in between two houses.
Mhm.
And it's a random post, but I was thinking to myself, great move, Ralphie, because it's got that way performing way better. But sometimes you just got to do that random stuff
You do.
that's entertaining.
You do, man. I think people that's where people overthink it. And that's where
Yes.
we in the workshop are saying, hey, you know what? Grab that stuff that makes people laugh. People engage with your account. It's okay to interrupt the pattern, to bring them
Yeah.
back to what you do.
Yep.
So, all right, Jeff, how do people join our workshop? What do they do? I don't
Well,
even know.
let me just comment on it real fast too, just so they know. Like, I'll just give you an example. So we were talking about February. So those of you that are listening to this before February, you should be strategizing now. It's January 22nd. You're probably listening to this a week from now or 2 weeks from now. It might be in February. It's probably not too late. Like, you should have 2 or 3 ideas around Valentine's Day. Just things like, here's some ideas. Best places to take your significant other for dinner. The most cost efficient places to take your significant other for dinner. The top 5 most expensive places to take your significant other to dinner. Uh, 10 of the best Valentine's Day gifts for your significant other under $50. Like, you could go so many ways with this. You could go ask ChatGPT to write you a Valentine's Day poem that is specific to real estate, and it will do it. Like, there's so many stupid, goofy things that you could do. Like,
That's funny.
after we were done with our call, Tristan, I was like, you all should have like a 7 days of pain before Valentine's Day and just inundate your audience with Valentine's Day content.
Yeah.
Entertain them. Now, then there's President's Day. So here's my favorite idea around President's Day. Because it's a holiday where kids are off school, you should do a video that says, here are the 5 best things to do within an hour's drive of your market. Or here's the 5 best things you could do at home with your kids on their day off. So it's like, and you can do this stuff for every holiday where your kids are off school. Then, Tristan, it's a leap year. You can go ask ChatGPT to give you some fun facts about leap year, and it'll give you some interesting facts, and you can do content around that. Maybe you didn't know this, but February is Black History Month. There's also National Pizza
Mm.
Day. There's National Margarita Day. There's World Cancer Day in February. If you're a cancer survivor, that's great content. There's so many things that you don't even realize are going on every single month. And so every single month, we are going to spend 60 minutes devising more content than you're going to know what to do with. But I honestly, Tristan, selfishly, I think I kind of derived this idea, and a part of it was selfish because I
Mhm.
need to be held accountable to do this for myself. And if I did it for my people, I'll do it for myself. And now here we go.
Mm.
And yeah.
That makes sense, dude. Makes a lot of sense. I love it.
By the way, last fun fact. Did you know that there's a leap year capital of the world?
A what?
A leap year capital of the world.
A leap year capital of the what is it?
The town in Anthony, the town of Anthony, it's in Texas/New Mexico. It claims the title of leap year capital of the world. They host a festival for leap year babies, probably because they're on the border of a
Mm.
time zone, if I had to guess. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways,
Leap
I had no
year
idea.
capital. Or maybe it was founded on the leap year.
Maybe. It's a town of Anthony that's on the border of Texas and New
Now I'm
Mexico.
Googling it.
Yeah.
Town of Anthony
Leap year
leap
capital of the
year.
world. Yeah. Who knew?
All right. Anthony, Texas is known as the leap year capital of the world. The town hosts a worldwide leap year festival every leap year.
So every 4 years, right? Or is it 3? What is it?
Wow. I don't
How
know. I
many
think
years?
it's every 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's interesting.
So you know what? If you listen to this podcast and you gain nothing from it, I guarantee you just learned something right there.
Now I have to go. I'm gonna go dig a little deeper here. So
You're going to
very
do
cool.
content on that one, and you should.
This is cool, dude. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
wonder if it was founded on the leap year. Now I have to find out. All right, Jeff. This was fun, bud.
Let's go create some content.
Thanks for listening to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social. We are here to help you take your business to new levels through social media. Make sure to subscribe to get updates on new episodes and come join us on our Drunk on Social Facebook page. And as always, make sure you leave us a great review on your favorite podcast app. Feedback and likes are very much appreciated.